You know, although coral fossils like this may not look like much, they are one of the best pieces of evidence to show just how weird of a group of organisms coral really are. Coral are soft-bodied, unlike you or I, which means that they don't fossilize quite as well in most of the major conditions that we'd find, say, dinosaurs. Even still, we have found overwhelming evidence and formed multiple hypotheses that suggest that coral and body structures like it are actually that of the first multicellular life that ever exist. This is the story and history of the Ediacaran. Named for the assemblage found in the Ediacaran Hills of South Australia, the Ediacaran fauna are the oldest multicellular life ever discovered, dated from 541 to 600 million years ago, putting them firmly in the Proterozoic eon. Although genuses like Carnia make it very easy to assume that the entirety of the assemblage are actually just early ancestors of modern-day coral, other members that have features remembering annelids or mollusks, for example, don't make it as easy. Unfortunately, because the entire assemblage perished during the geochemical changes following the breakup of the supercontinent Pannotia, which of course led to the Cambrian explosion, and arthropods like Anomalocaris here, we can't quite be too sure. But how do paleontologists trace extinct evolutionary lines? The answer is through a nifty system called cladistics that are often represented in diagrams called cladograms. Right now, we're going to go over a couple of ways to interpret cladograms and how to relate two species to one another. The first way is called the crime group, and for our example, we will start with the family Canis, otherwise known as wolves. Wolves, of course, then created the offshoot species of Lupus familiaris, otherwise known as dogs, which of course have their own subspecies, otherwise known as breeds, including Labradors, Pugs, or Huskies. Together, this group of directly related species is otherwise known as a crime group. The first is that the Ediacaran fauna are actually the start of several different crime groups for several different species upon surviving certain mountain-building events, otherwise known as erogenous. Of course, Nidaria, like coral. Some would also become mollusks, snails, and cephalopods, arthropods, once again, and annelids, which are basically just worms. The second hypothesis states that Ediacarans were actually so closely related to each other that they're their own phyla, such as the powerful, including the lichen-like Spriginia, the coral, prey-like Biota, and of course Dickinsonia, one of the most famous members and who most likely predated on other members of the fauna. They all died. Cladistics.